Like what we do? Support the channel by becoming a Patreon member. Link is in the description below. Thank you as always, and please enjoy the story.
Lowering her head, her shoulders sag and she begins to weep. "If I had just given him what he wanted," Lara cries, holding her face with her hands, "he wouldn't have tried it on you." Gently placing her hand on her shoulder, she looks up at me with her tearful eyes. "Lara," I say, looking deep into her bloodshot eyes, "I'm proud of you." Why?" she asks through tears. "I've seen what he's capable of," I continue, tucking her long hair behind her ears. "You don't know how much I look up to you right now. You're honestly an inspiration to me. You have no idea how much I've always dreamed of being someone like you." "You have?" she questions, wiping tears from her face. "You're such a lovely person. Why would you want to be like me?" Looking down at my body and the dress that's fluttering in the breeze, I hold out my hands in front of my eyes. "Truth is," I say, opening out my body to show her, I'm nervous about what I'm about to tell her, and knot forms in my throat. "I'm a boy," I mutter, looking away, folding my arms to close my body off. "Huh?" Lara grunts, almost like she didn't understand. Bracing myself to say it out loud a second time, I'm interrupted. "Matt!" Lara cries with joy, clapping her hands. "Are you okay?" Jogging over to us, I could see Matt had taken a hit to the face. As he stands breathless in front of us, I look at his eye, which is all red and puffy. "Are you okay?" I ask, instantly reaching for his face. "Sure," he replies, bashfully nodding his head. "Where is he now?" Lara asks, leaning in to look at Matt's eye. Turning and pointing at the cabin, Matt chuckles. "When his nose started bleeding, he scurried away from the fight," Matt snorts with a sigh of relief. "Gave me the chance to get out here and check on you guys." Being so happy Matt wasn't badly hurt, I throw my arms around him. Leaning into our embrace, I move my lips to his ear. "Since when could you fight?" I whisper so Lara couldn't hear. Hugging me back, he nestles his lips by my ears. "Since when did you become such hot property?" he gently sniggers. "Have you seen yourself in that dress? No wonder Barry couldn't keep his hands off you." "That's not funny," I continue to whisper, gently nudging him. "I was really scared. You try and imagine a boy feeling you up and kissing you." Hugging me tighter, Matt lets out a small chuckle. "I don't have to imagine it," he says gently into my ear. "How many times have we kissed today?" Looking up at his smug face, I couldn't help but smile. All I could think was how much I owed him. Matt has been so supportive since catching me. He's pushed and supported me to the point where I'm living my dream. Here I am, wearing a stunning dress that belongs to the most popular girl in school. If you'd have told me that 2 weeks ago, I would have said you're mad. "Taxi's here, guys," Lara informs us as bright headlights illuminate the driveway. "Hi," Lara says, greeting the taxi driver and leaning into the car window. "We all want to get home. Do you mind doing 3 drop-offs?" "Home?" I ask, tensing up. "Yeah," Lara replies, looking back at me in confusion. "Do you want to stay here?" "No," I reply awkwardly, shaking my head. "It's just all my clothes are in the cabin and I've got nothing to change into." "Oh, yeah," Matt says, understanding my trepidation. "Yeah, we may need to go get Sonya's clothes." "Matt," Lara groans, pointing at his sore eye. "You want to go back inside and potentially have another fight? Are you mad?" Sharing a quick look with Matt, we both turn to Lara and nod our heads. "No," Lara orders. "I'm sure Sonya's got loads of clothes at home. Just get into the taxi." "I need a change of clothes," I repeat, taking a single step towards the house. Reaching out, Lara grabs my arms. Her face was once again desperate and tearful. "Sonya!" she says in desperation. Please, let's just go. I can't stand being here any longer. I just want to go home. Seeing that look on her face again, I knew she really meant it. Okay, I reply, putting her well-being over my desire to not get caught. I couldn't help but feel my cross-dressing was just a footnote in the current situation. Are you sure? Matt asks with worry. I could just go in and get our stuff quickly. Reaching my free hand over to Matt, I gently touch his arm. Let's go, babe, I say, giving him a reassuring nod. Taking hold of his hand, I lead them both to the rear taxi doors. I'm sorry, guys, Lara says, letting go of my hand and walking around to the other side of the car. I really didn't think the weekend would turn out like this. It's okay, I reply as we all climb in and I end up in the middle seat. Shutting both the doors, I sit sandwiched between Lara and Matt. I wanted to spread my legs out to give myself some room, but I couldn't. As the taxi pulled away from the cabin, I start to wonder how I'm going to explain how I look to my family. Sonya, Lara whispers, gently nudging me from my thoughts. Yeah, I reply. I want you to know I'm so happy we met, she gushes, placing her hand on mine. I think you are the most honest friend I've got. Friend? I ask, getting rather nervous. Yeah, she smiles, squeezing my hand. I'm hoping you're gonna want to hang out after this. You know, maybe go see a movie or something. You'd want to do that with me? I ask, even more nervous than before. Sure, I'm gonna have more free time now I'm dumping Barry. She instantly giggles. You do want to hang out with me though, right? Yeah, totally, I answer with a voice crack. It's just... crap, you don't want to, do you? Lara grumbles, interrupting me and lower her head. No, I reply quickly, nudging her with my elbow. I think there's maybe something you should know about me. There is? Lara asks, turning to look at me face to face. You were about to tell me something earlier, weren't you? Are you sure? Matt interjects, making me turn to face him. As I look into Matt's sore eye, he looks back at me in support. Are you sure? He repeats, giving me a wry smile. Guys, Lara blurts out, all worried. What is it? Turning back to face Lara, I look into her big, beautiful eyes. I'm a boy, Lara. I admit, finding those words hard to project from my mouth. I'm a boy. Staring at me, Lara's expression doesn't change. All that could be heard was the noise of the road and the quiet radio music playing for the taxi driver. A boy? Lara murmurs, looking me up and down. You're a boy. Lara's expression and confusion really had me guilty. I love that she wants to hang out with me, but would she still want to, knowing the truth? I'm really sorry, Lara, I say, genuinely upset that we'd deceived her. A few more agonizing moments pass as me and Lara just look into each other's eyes. I couldn't help but think she was judging me, thinking I'm some sort of weirdo, or worse, hating me. Christ! Lara finally blurts out, holding her head in her hands. I know, I reply. I'm really sorry. Expecting no answer from her, I knew telling her was for the best. I knew she'd probably never want to see me again or do any of those things she said. She probably despised the fact that I'm wearing one of her dresses. What's your real name? Nathan, I awkwardly answer. Taking her head from her hands, Lara brushes her hair from her face and turns to look at me. You're a boy, she says, glaring at me. Damn. Lowering my head in shame, I knew I should accept any anger heading my way. Nathan, right? Lara laughs. Nathan, you're one goddamn sexy looking guy. I wish I had legs like yours. What? I blurt out, looking up at her in surprise. Aren't you super annoyed? Looking past me, Lara looks over to Matt and smiles. So, she giggles, pointing a finger between us both. Are you a real couple then? No, I laugh, looking at Matt's face going bright red. We are best friends, though. Raising her eyebrows and opening her eyes wide, Lara stares straight forward and leans right back into her seat. Shame, she comments. I've seen the way you two look at each other. I've also seen you both kissing. I think you'd make a wonderful couple. You really think so? Matt chirps. Sure, Lara answers, trying to look at me with a smile and a wink. It's not like that, I say, rubbing my arm. We've been best friends since kindergarten. Right, Lara chuckles. Whatever you say. I'm just still so stunned you're not a girl. You've got curves and everything. Thanks, I answer, gently flicking my hair with pride. It's been like a dream come true for me. I mean, how did you hide it in my bikini? Lara asks, bewildered. I guess it does explain the flat chest and raspy voice. My stuff, I reply, pointing down at my dress. It's packed in there real tight. Yeah? Lara giggles. Aren't you worried that your bits are going to go up back inside or something? Shuffling around in my seat, I give Lara an uncomfortable look. I hadn't really thought about that, I say, pulling a worried face. I guess I am now. Sharing a moment, Lara continues to grin at me. I couldn't help but feel great that she's taking it so well. She really is a lovely girl and deserves so much better than that dirty creep. This is good here, Matt says to the driver, leaning forward in his chair. The driver nods and Lara looks out the window. Actually, Lara comments, also leaning forward to talk to the driver, this is good for me too. As the taxi driver pulls up at the side of the road, the suburban streets are quiet. Bundling out of the car, the three of us stand in the cold breeze of the night. Matt did himself proud by paying for the taxi. I guess from the driver's point of view, he was escorting two young women. I bet he felt like he had to pay. As the taxi pulls away, the three of us stand in a sort of circle, just staring at each other. So, Lara says, swaying backward and forwards, what's the plan now? I look over to Matt and quickly hold up the skirt of my dress to show him. I need to change, I quickly comment. I can't go home looking like this. Ah, Matt replies. I could go get some of my stuff for you to change into. Yeah, that'll work, I answer with a slow nod. So, my house is just down here, Lara says, pointing across the road. Sonya, do you want to just keep my dress? Oh, I mumble, a little shocked she doesn't want it back. Are you sure? I mean, I haven't stretched it or anything. Stepping closer, Lara throws out her arms and gives me a wide smile. Putting her arms around me, she pulls me close to her for a hug. The warmth of her body was so comforting. Sonya, Lara says, whispering into my ear as we cuddle, we are going to hang out again, right? Putting my arms around her, I cuddle back. Do you still want to? I nervously question, even if you know I'm a boy? Hugging me tighter, she giggles. I do, she whispers again. Tomorrow, me and the boy should go for a walk. Yeah, I'm up for that, I blurt out in excitement. Good, Lara replies, letting me go and looking deep into my eyes. I want to hang out with Sonya again soon too. My house number is 59. It's got a red door. Come round any time. Deal, I instantly answer, giving her the widest smile. Let me know you get home safe, Lara says, touching my arm and slowly backing away. Then, walking off into the darkness of the night, Lara turns and waves to us both. See you guys, she calls out. Throwing my arm up, I wave back frantically as she disappears behind a row of parked cars. Nathan, Matt says, standing behind me. Can you believe what's just happened? I feel like I'm still dreaming, I comment, turning to give him a smile. She wants to hang out with boy me and girl me. I'm stunned. Putting his hands on my sides, he stands next to me and nods. I'm stunned too, he says playfully. I wanted to get in with the cool kids and you've gone and done it. Yeah, I reply, looking a little smug. Me though, Matt continues. I've gone and punched my way into trouble with the cool kids. Kinda backfired for me, huh? I guess, I answer, rolling my eyes. Still, bet you felt good doing it. Sure did, he continues. Silence for the next few seconds as we stand in the night's air. Matt gently rubs my sides as I start shivering from the night's chill. Then, turning to look into each other's eyes, my hair blows around and my dress flaps gently in the breeze. I just want to say, Matt says, holding my sides tighter and pulling me closer to him, just how amazing you are, how pretty you look, how brave you've been. You're gonna make me blush, dude, I say, wiping a tear from my eye. Stop being so nice to me, you're gonna make me cry. Pulling me tighter once more, Matt holds my body tight against his. His warmth is just as comforting as Lara's was moments ago. No, I mean it, he states, looking at me with a serious expression. Since I found you dressed in your sister's clothes, I've been desperate to tell you something. As I stare up at Matt, he looks away. Tell me what? I inquire, confused at his sudden turn of shyness. I want to be brave like you, he continues, still looking away. What is it? I ask again, concerned. I'm gay, Nath, he declares, allowing his shoulders to sag. I'm gay and I'm so scared of what that means for me. Surprised by his omission, I didn't know how to respond. Seconds pass and I'm left tongue-tied. Nathan, Matt questions, looking down at me worried. Why aren't you saying anything? I mumble, struggling to find the right words. All the kisses and the cuddles we'd had this weekend come flashing to my mind. He'd been really enjoying that part of it. Since when? I ask, instantly realizing what a dumb question that is. Since when have I been gay? Matt replies, sighing at my comment. Always, Nathan. I've known for years. I've been too terrified to tell you. I knew exactly how he felt at that moment. Looking away, his face turns bright red. I always thought if I told you, you wouldn't want to be friends anymore. He huffs, gently letting me go. But you're my best friend, I exclaim, pulling him back close to me, feeling almost offended. I'd stick with you through anything. Thank you, he replies with a smile. As I would you. Matt then brushes the hair from my face. Tucking hair behind my ears, he runs his hand down my cheek and holds it there. As his warm hands gently touch my cold cheeks, he looks serious again, like he's about to tell me something else. I bring my hand up gently to touch his. Pulling myself towards him for comfort, I give him a big smile. I'd do anything for you, Matt, I say softly. You're the best. I need you to know something else, Matt replies, looking so deep into my eyes I feel my soul stirring. Yeah? I reply, feeling a deeper connection. Nathan, he says, now softly, holding my hand with his gentle touch. I love you.